Okay. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to pop the chat out. There we go. Pop out chat. Now let's. It doesn't like that. Okay. So, as soon as people start showing up, we can start things off. We got about 15 minutes till the scheduled time of the tournament, so we will wait till then to do the main thing. In the meantime, I was just going to run a few simple matches. I don't really know what anybody wants to see. If anybody's watching, you can make some suggestions if you want to. Otherwise, I'll just pick somebody in a minute or two, and we will run that match. Yeah, I don't usually stream on YouTube, but Twitch has been kind of shitty lately for me for some reason, so I am making the switch here to YouTube for the time being. Okay, so let's just run a random match here. I am going to do... Let's see here. Let's have a match for my streaming title, just for shits and giggles, since this is a stream, why not, right? So we're going to put Jackie Fargo in there with... Let's do Jackie Fargo and Dutch Savage, just for the hell of it. And this is going to be an unrecorded match. We're going to pick regular match, streaming title on the line, and let's give it a shot here. So, basically, let me know if you can't read the text on the screen. I'm going to try to read it out, but the text is over here in the box. It's a little difficult, probably. This application doesn't full screen, so I can't go any bigger than it is right now without it just kind of going off screen or messing up. So yeah, we'll go from there, basically. I recommend that you guys full screen your windows unless you need to chat. You know, you can always zoom it back down or pop out the chat or however you want to do it. I have a double monitor, so that's what I ended up doing. Alright, so this match is starting out. It looks like Dutch Savage has the upper hand in the lockup. He's going to start us out with a Beal across the ring on Jackie Fargo. Fargo's hurting. We got an Irish whip. He's going to take that chance, whip Fargo into the ropes. He nails Fargo with a shoulder block. Now he's going to whip him into the turnbuckle. Fargo's got an A rating, though, so I think he's going to roll up. Savage attempts a body slam on Jackie Fargo. Fargo's hurt again. Savage attempts a belly-to-back suplex on Jackie Fargo. Fargo is hurting still. And another whip to the turnbuckle. I think he's going to take this one. Savage whips Fargo into the buckle. Savage charges Jackie Fargo with a running shoulder dive, but Fargo moves out of the way, and Dutch Savage goes crashing to the outside of the ring. Savage grabs Jackie Fargo by the leg and drags him out of the ring as well, and smashes him into the turnbuckle post before rolling him back into the ring. Fargo rolls a choice, or Savage rolls a choice situation here. He could either do a toe hold into the ropes or a double axe handle. I think we are going to throw Fargo into the ropes. Dutch Savage whips Jackie Fargo into the ropes and then nails him with a running back elbow. This match has been all Dutch Savage so far. Dutch Savage attempts a dropkick on Jackie Fargo. Fargo hurting. He's going to whip Fargo into the buckle again. Dutch Savage whips Jackie Fargo into the buckle, and Fargo reverses the whip and throws Savage into the buckle. Dutch Savage bounces forward off the turnbuckle and into an incredible neck-breaking clothesline from Jackie Fargo. So now Fargo on the offensive here. He's going to throw Dutch Savage out of the ring. So he throws Savage to the floor, comes out of the ring to continue the fight, but Dutch Savage grabs him and smashes him onto the announcer's table with an awesome suplex. Our referee, Abe Coleman, appears to have let Dutch Savage get away with it with just a warning. Savage nails Fargo with the running pile driver. We got a 1 count on Jackie Fargo. And here we go. Fargo kicks out. Savage back on the attack. Dutch Savage rolls a choice situation. He is going to attempt that toe hold on Jackie Fargo. Fargo counters the toe hold and attempts a big right hand on Dutch Savage. Savage is hurting. Fargo kind of taking over here. Fargo attempts a body slam on Dutch Savage. Savage is hurting again. A roaring forearm from Jackie Fargo hurts Dutch Savage. Fargo attempts a roaring forearm again and puts Dutch Savage down. I don't know if anybody's in the chat. I recommended that people just kind of full screen things so that they could read the text. Like I said, I'm going to try to read it out, but, if people are watching, they probably might be in full screen unless they need to say something in the chat. So, Savage is down. Fargo taking control here. Fargo going to choose to roll up, not going to throw Dutch Savage out of the ring. Jackie Fargo attempts a flurry of punches on Dutch Savage, and Savage is hurting. And now Fargo biting the forehead of Dutch Savage, but Savage manages to reverse the move and take control. So Dutch Savage in control of the match. Attempts a body slam on Fargo. Fargo's hurting. Savage clothesline. And Fargo is down. So Dutch Savage really taking the fight to Jackie Fargo. Dutch Savage attempts repeated stomps on Jackie Fargo. And Fargo is just dazed. But he dazes himself right into a body slam by Dutch Savage, and that hurt him. So Fargo nailed with a drop kick and is hurt, and Savage attempts to follow that up with a belly-to-belly suplex, and that hurts Jackie Fargo. He's going to nail him with a kick to the midsection, but Fargo reverses the move and takes control of the match. Fargo attempts a body slam of his own on Dutch Savage here. Savage is hurt, and Fargo attempts a roaring forearm. And Savage is hurt again, And here we go. We got Fargo biting the forehead of Dutch Savage. And that's going to hurt Savage. And now a big right hand from Jackie Fargo also hurts Savage. And we've got a choice situation from Jackie Fargo. He could either whip the opponent into the ropes. He could do a belly-to-belly suplex. I don't know what the hell I'm saying there. Or kick to the midsection. It looks like the belly-to-belly is going to work on rolls of 7 or lower. He could just roll him into the ropes, and he has a B ropes rating, so I think that's what we're going to choose here. So Fargo whips Savage into the ropes. Jackie Fargo sets up for a back body drop, but Dutch Savage counters with a pile driver. So Dutch Savage attempts a thumb to the throat on Jackie Fargo. And Fargo is going to be down, and he is going to leave the ring. So Jackie Fargo rolls out of the ring to recollect himself. Dutch Savage joins Jackie Fargo out of the ring, and a wild brawl erupts. Abe Coleman, our referee, is trying to regain control. Eventually, Jackie Fargo gets the upper hand in the brawl and rolls Dutch Savage back into the ring. And then Fargo picks him up with the atomic drop and nails him, and he's going for a pin. He's got the 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Jackie Fargo has beat Dutch Savage with the atomic drop to retain the streaming title. 9 minutes and 16 seconds is the time of the match. Jackie Fargo had 2 fatigue, and Dutch Savage did not gain any fatigue. And the match was scored 1 star by our fans. So we've still got about 4 minutes to the until the tournament starts. So let's take this time to kind of roll call. If you're here and in the tournament, could you post who you nominated, so I know who to ask for when choices come up? I'm pretty sure I have it in a text file, but... Well, the atomic drop was his actual finisher. I mean, he's a wrestler from the 50s and 60s, so, you know. Just because you want flippy bullshit doesn't mean everybody needs flippy bullshit. Head drops and all that wonderful stuff. Not everyone needs that. So, View had Buddy Rogers and Harley Race. Lanky had Bockwinkel and Mascaras. Okay, I don't know if everybody else is here. Super Dragon is most certainly not in the tournament. I would have made a commissioner's call on that one. True. I mean, drop kicks were a pretty big high spot in the 50s. They were pretty, it was crazy how over guys who threw good drop kicks were, and they were finishing moves back then sometimes. Okay, so it looks like only View and Lanky are here. And I had I nominated Ricky Dozan. So I will be making his choices. So let's see. I'm going to bring up my thing over here. Notepad. No, there's my roster for anybody who wants to see all of the people that I'm looking at drafting. You can take a look there. Probably should have closed that out, huh? Yeah, it looks like Ocelot Dagger and Tim are offline. So does anybody want to... I have a match against Tim, so does anybody want to pull duty and draft or make choices for Kurt Hennig? Because I mean, I can do it. It's not going to be a big deal, but I figure if I'm not doing it, then nobody can accuse me of cheating. Okay, Lanky was first, so Lanky is making choices for Hennig. And then, if for some reason if Brody wins and Ricky Dozen wins, we'll let somebody take charge of Bruiser Brody. So, yeah, you can have that one. All right. You're fine. You could stay and bullshit if you want. I don't think anybody cares. So we'll start it up with Harley Race and Nick Bockwinkel. Race and Bach. So with Bockwinkel, you have the choice of having Heenan down there. Do you want Heenan with Bockwinkel there, Lanky? It is your choice. We can keep this as scientific or as fair as we want, or you can go ahead and have the advantage with Bobby Heenan down there at ringside. All right. So there we go. We've got Race and Bockwinkel. This is going to be an unrecorded non-title match. No stipulation, so we're going to go ahead and start this guy up. So here we go. We've got Harley Race and Nick Bockwinkel in the first round of the World Heavyweight Tournament. Harley Race and Nick Bockwinkel lock up. It looks like Harley Race has the upper hand, so we're going to go ahead and roll here. Nick Bockwinkel counters Harley Race's attempt at an elbow drop, so Bockwinkel on the attack here. Bockwinkel attempts a butt drop on the leg on Harley Race, and that hurts Harley Race. And then Bockwinkel nails Race with a drop toe hold, which dazes Race. Hip toss from Bockwinkel. But Race reverses the hip toss and takes control of the match, and Race slaps on a headlock. Bockwinkel is dazed, and Race continues to wrench on that headlock, which continues to daze Bockwinkel. Race lets go and hits a knee to the gut on Nick Bockwinkel, but Bockwinkel able to reverse it and take control once again. But then Race counters Nick Bockwinkel's attempt at a forearm smash. So these guys going back and forth here. Harley Race has a choice here. He can either throw the opponent into the ropes, he can attempt a belly-to-belly suplex, which is going to work on a roll of 8 or lower, or he can hit a forearm slug. So it is all about the choice here for Harley Race. So view, which would you prefer him to do? All right, we're going to roll into the ropes here, and it looks like Race threw Bockwinkel into the ropes, but Bockwinkel comes off the ropes with a flying shoulder tackle onto Harley Race, taking control of the match. And then Bockwinkel locks on the Bockwinkel sleeper. Harley Race is trying to fight the pain, and eventually Race manages to get free of the hold, but that puts Race in a real precarious predicament here. All right, Bockwinkel could attempt to throw Harley Race from the ring. What would you like him to do, Lanky? Throw him from the ring, or do you want to roll up? And I guess I should explain roll up to people who might not know what it means. So when you get these choices, a lot of times you can choose to roll on like a lower level of offense. So that's what Lanky has chosen to do. He's going to roll on level 2 offense instead of level 3. And we've got a drop toe hold on Harley Race. And Race reverses it and takes control of the match. So Race able to keep swinging things his way, and he's attempting a swinging neckbreaker on Nick Bockwinkel, who takes the move and is hurt. So Race with an Indian Deathlock on Nick Bockwinkel. So Bockwinkel rolled a 3, a down, and so he has the choice for a manager distraction. Would you like to have Heenan interfere? Or do you want to save it for later in the match? Alright, we're going with the manager interference. So Heenan attempts to grab Nick Bockwinkel, or attempts to give Nick Bockwinkel a roll of quarters, but Race is able to intercept it. Race blasts Nick Bockwinkel with the roll of quarters. Ouch. It looks like Race is attempting a pin. Should Bobby Heenan attempt to distract the referee and stop the pin? Or do you want to save his distraction for later? Yeah, Race is definitely not feeling this. And Heenan's got a pretty good, I think he's an 8 for a distraction rating, so there's a pretty good chance that he's going to be able to distract the ref. But, alright, here we go. Bobby Heenan tries to distract the referee, but the referee is having no part of it. Harley Race is pinning Nick Bockwinkel. He's got a kick out at 1, though, so Bach is still good. But Race is on the offense here. And Race attempts the vertical suplex on Nick Bockwinkel. You have one more manager distraction. Would you like to try that? Or do you want to let it go and hope that Bockwinkel kicks out on his own? Now let's save it. Alright, so we're going to save that. A roll of 4 or better is required. He rolled a 6, so Bockwinkel able to kick out of Race's vertical suplex, and he eats another fatigue token. And then Race attempting the high-risk move here. Bockwinkel's death jump rating is B, so you can either go for it or we can roll up, and you'd be on level 2 offense. Race going to the top rope possibly here. I don't know what the delay is like on this. Like, there could be a 5-second delay, so then there's all this time where I'm not doing anything because I've asked the question. Alright, we're going to go for the top rope. Harley Race is headed to the top rope. Harley Race comes flying off the top rope and blasts Nick Bockwinkel with a cross body block. Bockwinkel is in trouble here. And Race attempts the backbreaker on Nick Bockwinkel, and Bockwinkel's hurting. Race locks in another Indian Deathlock, and that Bockwinkel hurting again. And then Race picks him up, back suplex. And it looks like Bockwinkel has rolled a pin, so should Bobby Heenan attempt to distract the referee and stop the pin? Everything Heenan's done so far in this match has been has backfired, but this could be an important turn of events here if Hennig gets involved right now and manages to successfully stop a pin. Let's see. Yep. Harley Race is pinning Nick Bockwinkel after the back suplex. Bobby Heenan is distracting Abe Coleman. He's totally unaware that there's a pinfall happening. Race stops attempting to cover Bockwinkel in order to deal with the situation. So we've got a... Oh, and then Race, he's upset. He's going to throw Bockwinkel out of the ring. Bockwinkel has a B ring rating. So, middle of the road ring rating, not good, not bad. Should Race throw him out, or should Race roll up? No, there's no over-the-top DQ. That is a thing that could happen. I mean, there is a mechanic for it, but it is not in effect right now. So we're going to throw him out of the ring. Harley Race throws Nick Bockwinkel to the floor. In order to meet Abe Coleman, our referee's count, Bockwinkel crawls helplessly back into the ring. So we're going to go ahead and roll for Harley Race again. Race hits another vertical suplex on Nick Bockwinkel, and Bockwinkel once again able to kick out at 1. So we're good there. Race looking to climb the top rope again, possibly. Bockwinkel has a B death jump rating, so again, just like his ring rating, it's middle of the road, it's not good, it's not bad. Or Race could roll up and roll on level 2 offense instead. Yeah, Bockwinkel has really been taking a beating here. He's already at 4 fatigue tokens. Yeah, Nick just no-sold a finisher. Race's main finisher is... I can't remember whether it's the... I think it might be a figure 4. I'd have to look here. Alright, so we're going to go for the high-risk move. Harley Race is headed to the top rope. Harley Race climbs to the top, but Nick Bockwinkel recovers and climbs up as well. They're both jockeying for the advantage. Bockwinkel manages to take control and executes a devastating superplex on Harley Race. And manages to get on level 3 offense. So Bockwinkel attempts a choke on the ropes on Harley Race. And, oh no! I forgot to turn this off. We're going to ignore the shit out of that. Or not. Nikolai Volkov is on the way to the ring to help Harley Race. Harley Race's ally attacks Nick Bockwinkel, and a brawl breaks out. So Nikolai Volkov on the brawl there. I'm going to turn that off right now, and we're just going to ignore that. Interference, none. There we go. So yeah, we're going to ignore that. It doesn't affect the match at all or change anything. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen and re-roll that. All right, Nick Bockwinkel attempts a pile driver on Harley Race. Bockwinkel goes for the pin after the pile driver, but Race able to kick out. Choke on the ropes on Harley Race. Race rolling, he is hurt. We have got an abdominal stretch being placed on Harley Race by Nick Bockwinkel. And Race is hurt. And now we have got a choice situation here. Nick Bockwinkel can attempt a moonsault, a kick to the knee, or a drop kick. That moonsault is going to work on rolls of 7 or lower and result in a level 3 offense. The kick to the knee will work on a 5 or lower and result in a level 2 offense. And the drop kick is just a normal level 2 offensive move. Who doesn't want to see Nick Bockwinkel moonsault? Come on, guys. It's honestly the best choice here. Dropkick. That makes more sense in the, dealing with Dick Bockwinkel, but alrighty then. Nick Bockwinkel attempts the dropkick on Harley Race. Race is dazed after that dropkick. But he's not dazed enough. He counters Nick Bockwinkel's attempt at a forearm smash, and he's going back on the offensive here. Race attempts a headbutt on Nick Bockwinkel. We've got Bockwinkel is hurt after the headbutt, and then Race has got a choice situation. He's got a whip to the ropes, a belly-to-belly suplex, or a forearm slug. The belly-to-belly will work on rolls of 8 or less. And it leads to level 2 offense. The ropes will lead to a roll on the ropes chart, and the forearm slug is a normal level 2 offensive move. I have a bunch of different charts, honestly. I have that old school one in here. It's just not... I didn't load it. Some wrestlers use it by automatically. Alright, so Harley Race is going to attempt a belly-to-belly suplex. He executes the belly-to-belly suplex on Nick Bockwinkel, and Bockwinkel is hurt. So we got Race. He's going to nail him with a back suplex now. Just suplex after suplex. Bockwinkel is hurt again. Indian Deathlock. Oh, wow. He locks in the Indian Deathlock, and Harley Race able to get Nick Bockwinkel to tap with the Indian Deathlock. Apparently, that was a very good match. 4 stars. Harley Race wins with the Indian Deathlock, moves on to the second round. So let's note that down into round 2. 4 stars, 12 minutes and 35 seconds is the match time. We had Race with 3 fatigue tokens and Bockwinkel with 4 fatigue tokens. So we're on to our second match in the first round. We've got Randy Savage versus Mil Mascaras. So who is rolling for Tim? Or I can choose for Tim in this match since it's not against me. So here we go. We're going to go load up Randy Savage and Mil Mascaras. And unrecorded, no stipulations, non-title match. There we go. So Randy Savage and Mil Mascaras lock up. It looks like Randy Savage has the upper hand. So we're going to go ahead here. And we've got Randy Savage attempts a slap to the face on Mil Mascaras. Mascaras is not going to like that. But he did succeed, and Mascaras is dazed. Savage has a choice situation. He can either attempt a moonsault, a kick to the knee, or a body slam. I think he is going to go with a kick to the knee, which is going to work on a roll of 6 or less. And Mil Mascaras counters Randy Savage attempt to kick his knee, and now Mascaras has a choice situation. Mascaras can try a kick to the face, a Cobra Clutch suplex, or an Indian Deathlock. The kick to the face will work on rolls of 8 or lower. 6 or lower. The Cobra Clutch suplex will work on rolls of 8 or lower, and the Indian Deathlock is a normal level 2 offensive maneuver. So this is Lanky making the choice again. He's involved in the first 2 matches of the first round. He could have fought himself if Mascaras and Bockwinkel managed to advance, but that won't happen because Race advanced. Alright, we're going with the Cobra Clutch suplex from Mil Mascaras, and it is successful, and Randy Savage is hurt after that Cobra Clutch suplex, And Mascaras attempts a deep arm drag, and Savage is hurting. We got the same choice. We got a kick to the face, a Cobra Clutch, or an Indian Deathlock. So we could see another Cobra Clutch suplex, or Mascaras could viciously kick him right in the face, or lock in an Indian Deathlock. It is up to Lanky. Suplay. We don't have to be that formal here. So would you like the suplex again, or... Alright, we're going for the suplex again, and it is successful once again. Mil Mascaras executes a Cobra Clutch suplex on Randy Savage, hurting him again. And now, Mil Mascaras rolls another choice, but this one is different. This is a standing dropkick, a whip to the turnbuckle, or a vertical suplex. So there's still a suplex choice here. The standing dropkick is going to work on rolls of 5 or lower. The turnbuckle is obviously just a turnbuckle roll, and the vertical suplex is a level 2 offensive maneuver. Let's see. Savage's turnbuckle is a B, so middle of the road if you wanted to go that route. We're going to see a vertical suplex. Mascaras attempts a vertical suplex on Randy Savage, again hurting him. And Mil Mascaras attempts a slingshot plancha on Randy Savage. Savage hurt again. And now Mascaras locks in an octopus hold. And Savage is down. He is going to roll out of the ring to recollect himself. Savage rolls out of the ring. Mascaras comes out of the ring and tries to hit Randy Savage with a wrench. Abe Coleman comes out and warns Mil Mascaras to stop, but Mascaras pushes Abe Coleman to the side and clobbers Randy Savage with the wrench. Mil Mascaras got away with just a warning somehow. Abe Coleman definitely not enforcing the rules very stringently here. So that is going to put Mascaras on offense and really a hurt Randy Savage. So Mascaras looking to attempt a high-risk move. He could either go to the top or he could roll up on level 2 offense. It is up to you, Lanky. I'm kind of surprised that Mascaras went to the wrench. It's not like he was doing poorly in this match. Alright, we're going to see the death jump. Here we go. Mil Mascaras is headed to the top rope, and Mil Mascaras comes flying off the top rope and blasts Randy Savage with a flying dropkick. Savage is in trouble. So Mascaras rolling again, and he hits the flying body press on Randy Savage, and Savage able to kick out at 1. So Mascaras attempts a standing dropkick on Randy Savage. Savage is hurting, and slingshot plancha on Savage, and Savage rolling his pin. So Mascaras is pinning again, another 1 count. And Mascaras is really hammering Randy Savage, and flying body press once again a 1 count on Randy Savage. He just does not want to stay down. And now a cross-body attack on Randy Savage, and that does get Savage to stay down for the 3 count. So Mil Mascaras will be advancing into the second round to face Harley Race. And that match was a dud, according to our fans. 5 minutes and 45 seconds of action, with all 3 fatigue tokens belonging to Randy Savage. So let's mark down that Mascaras, who is Lanky's charge, has made it to the second round. Yeah, Mil Mascaras really dominated that. It wasn't even close. So now we've got Buddy Rogers versus Bruiser Brody. So we got Rogers and Brody. This is the match that I think is going to be a mismatch of styles. I was hoping for more out of that Mil Mascaras and Randy Savage match. To be honest, it didn't deliver. Here we go. Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody lock up. It looks like Bruiser Brody has the upper hand. Brody whips Rogers into the ropes and nails him with a hard shoulder block. Brody attempts a one-handed body slam on Buddy Rogers. Rogers is hurting. A hammer punches. Rogers is hurt. And we've got more hammer punches, and Rogers is still hurting. Stomp in the corner on Buddy Rogers by Bruiser Brody, dazing Buddy Rogers. But Rogers able to counter Bruiser Brody's attempt at a shoulder tackle. So now we got Rogers on offense. Rogers attempts a whip to the turnbuckle. Should he go for it? Brody's turnbuckle rating is a B. So, again, middle of the road. Or he could roll up to level 1 offense. It is up to you. View. View is the controller of Buddy Rogers. Alright, we're going to go for the Irish Whip. Rogers backs Bruiser Brody into the corner. Abe Coleman orders Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody to break clean, but Buddy Rogers throws a wild haymaker at the head of Bruiser Brody. Brody ducks, and the attack takes him ducks the attack and takes him down with a powerful double leg takedown. So Brody on the attack here. Brody has a choice situation. He could attempt a moonsault, a kick to the knee, or a drop kick. The moonsault's going to work on 5 or lower. The kick to the knee is going to work on 6 or lower, or just the regular drop kick. Brody is going to attempt the drop kick. So he drop kicks Rogers. Rogers is hurt. Brody attempts a twisting vertical suplex on Buddy Rogers. Rogers now could leave the ring. He rolled a down, so he is going to be in a lot of trouble if he does not roll good on this chart. Would you like Rogers to try to roll out of the ring and recollect himself, or do you want to just let the down stand and see what Brody does on level 3? Alright, we're rolling out of the ring. Buddy Rogers rolls out of the ring to recollect himself. In order to meet Abe Coleman's count, Rogers crawls helplessly back into the ring. So Rogers took a breather, but he's still rattled. And then Brody attempts a running leg drop on Rogers as he gets back into the ring. And that's going to put Rogers right back down. And Buddy Rogers could leave the ring. Or nope, this is Brody. He's attempting to throw Buddy Rogers from the ring, and that's going to happen. Brody throws Rogers to the floor, and in order to meet Abe Coleman's count, Rogers crawls helplessly back into the ring. So we've got Brody on level 3 offense again, and he nails Rogers with a pile driver. Rogers is down. And another pile driver, and Rogers is down again. And then here we go. We've got the King Kong knee drop on Buddy Rogers, and Bruiser Brody going for the pin, and it's a 1-2 and a kick out. So Brody really taking it to Buddy Rogers here. And another King Kong knee drop, and this time Rogers kicks out at 1, working on pure adrenaline, I'm sure. And attempt to throw Buddy Rogers from the ring. Yes, we're going to do that. Buddy Rogers thrown to the floor by Bruiser Brody. Rogers grabs Brody by the leg and drags him out of the ring and smashes him into the turnbuckle post before rolling him back into the ring. So Rogers finally taking over on some offense here, and he's going to attempt an elbow drop on the beat-up Bruiser Brody. Brody is hurting. So Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody are grappling near the ropes. Buddy Rogers backs Bruiser Brody into the ropes. Abe Coleman steps in and breaks it up, but both Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody break clean to the applause of the crowd. Buddy Rogers is quick to take control of the match. So now Rogers could attempt an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Brody is a B-level turnbuckle rating, so this could be this could end up either way, or Rogers can roll up to level 1 offense. Alright, we're going to go for the turnbuckle. So here we go. Buddy Rogers backs Bruiser Brody into the corner. Abe Coleman orders Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody to break clean, but Rogers throws a haymaker at the head of Brody. Brody ducks it and takes him down with a powerful double leg tackle. Now Bruiser Brody has a choice. He can either attempt that moonsault, a kick to the knee, or a drop kick. I think that it makes sense that Brody is going to go for a kick to the knee on Buddy Rogers. Rogers is hurt. And Brody one-handed body slam. And Eve slams Rogers to the ground and rolls a 3 down. So we've got Rogers with the option to roll out of the ring or take his chances with Bruiser Brody's level 3 offense. It is up to view. Alright, Rogers going to roll out of the ring. So here we go. Buddy Rogers rolls out of the ring to recollect himself. Brody joins Buddy Rogers out of the ring and a wild brawl erupts. Our referee, Abe Coleman, is trying to regain control. Brody finally gets the upper hand in the melee and rolls Buddy Rogers back into the ring and is on level 3 offense. And Brody attempts a big boot to the face on Buddy Rogers. Rogers goes down hurt. And Brody, with a twisting vertical suplex, puts Rogers down. And Brody with a pile driver on Buddy Rogers. Rogers is hurting. We've got some stomps in the corner on Buddy Rogers. But Rogers able to reverse it and take control of the match. Buddy Rogers is countered by Bruiser Brody when attempting a forearm uppercut. So Brody back on the attack here with a twisting vertical suplex. And that puts Rogers down. And now Bruiser Brody could attempt to throw Buddy Rogers from the ring, and that is definitely gonna happen. Bruiser Brody throws Buddy Rogers to the floor. Brody comes out of the ring to continue the attack. And another wild brawl erupts. Brody gets the upper hand. He is obviously the better brawler here. And now he has got a death jump, a tombstone, or a clothesline. I think I am going to attempt the clothesline on Buddy Rogers. And that put Rogers down. That clothesline must have been hard. Rogers is down. And now he's going to throw Rogers out of the ring again. So Brody throws Rogers to the floor. And another brawl. And of course it's Brody winning those brawls. He'll win it every day, all the time. This time, Bruiser Brody going up to the top rope. Buddy Rogers stumbles to his feet just as Bruiser Brody comes off the top turnbuckle with a perfect cross-body block for the pin. And Buddy Rogers manages to kick out at 1, but man, is Brody really taking it to him. We got another pile driver on Buddy Rogers, and Rogers is hurt. And hammer punches on Buddy. And Rogers is hurt again by those hammer punches. With more hammer punches, still hurting Buddy Rogers. We've got a whip to the turnbuckle. Rogers has an A turnbuckle rating. I think we're going to go for it anyway just to see what happens. Bruiser Brody whips Buddy Rogers into the turnbuckle. Bruiser Brody charges Buddy Rogers with a running shoulder dive, but Rogers moves out of the way, and Bruiser Brody goes crashing to the outside of the ring. Let's see here. Shoves him from the ring. Abe Coleman is clearly upset and is having a talk with Buddy Rogers. Rogers gets away with just a warning for shoving Brody back out of the ring as he was trying to get in. Oh, I think I accidentally chose yes for you, view. I'm sorry. We got an Irish whip here. In a struggle near the ropes, Bruiser Brody falls from the ring in a display of good sportsmanship. Rogers holds the ropes open so Brody may re-enter the ring. So Rogers on level 2 offense here. And now he's got an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. So that's your choice, view. Do you want to whip him in? He's got a B rating, so that's middle of the road, so it could roll out either way. Yeah, Rogers is fluctuating here from heel to face to heel to face. He's just not picking something and sticking with it. Alright, so we're going to whip Brody into the buckle. So, Buddy Rogers backs Bruiser Brody into a corner. Abe Coleman orders Buddy Rogers and Bruiser Brody to break clean, but Rogers throws the haymaker, and once again he gets taken down with a double leg by Bruiser Brody. He really needs to stop going to that well. Bruiser Brody attempts a stomps in the corner on Buddy Rogers, and that's going to hurt Rogers. And then a twisting vertical suplex. Rogers is hurt. We've got an Irish whip into the turnbuckle from Bruiser Brody, and of course he's going to throw him into the buckle because he's Bruiser Brody. Once again, he's going to fall out of the ring here. Rogers holds the ropes open for him after Brody went crashing out of the ring, missing a shoulder block. As Bruiser Brody steps through the ropes, he shoots in and takes Buddy Rogers down with a leg whip. Coleman is having a chat with Bruiser Brody, not happy with that fake display of sportsmanship, but he's ultimately not going to disqualify him. And here we go, we got a choice situation for Bruiser Brody. Brody is going to hit that clothesline on Buddy Rogers. Rogers is down. And we've got a pile driver on Buddy Rogers. And Rogers is now hurt. And hammer punches. And Rogers reverses and takes control of the match. So we're going to see. And then Brody counters Buddy Rogers' attempt at a running tackle. So just back and forth and back and forth. So we've got a choice situation here from Bruiser Brody, a moonsault, a kick to the knee, or the drop kick. I'm going to be really ridiculous here, and we are going to see Bruiser Brody attempt a moonsault. And of course, Buddy Rogers rolls out of the way of Brody's moonsault attempt, and that gets shut down real quick. So Brody and Rogers are grappling near the ropes. Buddy Rogers backs Bruiser Brody into the ropes. Abe Coleman steps in to break it up. Both Brody and Rogers break clean. So again, just this back and forth between heel and face. And Rogers could whip him into the turnbuckle here, or he could roll up. This match has gone on a lot longer than I figured it would. I kind of expected Rogers to get whipped on by Brody. We're going to roll up. So Rogers is on level 1 offense, and Bruiser Brody counters Buddy Rogers' attempt at a running tackle. So now Brody attempts a one-handed body slam, and Rogers is hurt. Brody attempts a hammer punch, but Buddy Rogers reverses the move, takes control again. And then Brody counters another running tackle attempt by Buddy Rogers, and Bruiser Brody just not having any of that. Brody going to stomp him in the corner, but Buddy Rogers reverses the move. This is just a bunch of back and forth. Rogers is on offense now, and it looks like Rogers could do a duck under takedown. Works on rolls of 6 or lower, plus or minus the opponent's agility. The agility is 1, so we would see 5 or lower. A front chancery, that's going to work on 6 or lower minus power, so that's going to be 3 or lower. Or we could see the flying head scissors from Buddy Rogers. So what is it going to be, View? Do you want a duck under takedown, a front chancery, or a flying head scissors? Alright, we're going to see a flying head scissors. He attempts a flying head scissors on Bruiser Brody, and Brody goes down hurt. And now Rogers hits a pile driver on Brody. Brody is hurting. Rogers and Brody grappling near the ropes. Are locked in a clinch near the ropes. Buddy Rogers locks in an underhook after a short struggle for control and throws Brody hard to the mat. So Buddy Rogers on the attack here. Now he has the choice. He could throw Brody from the ring or he can roll up. Brody does have an A ring rating, which means that he is likely to get the advantage in out-of-the-ring situations here. So it might be wise to roll up, but you can take a chance with it if you want. It is up to you. Alright, we're going to roll up. So, Rogers, let's see here. Another one, Rogers and Brody are grappling near the ropes. Buddy Rogers backs away from the ropes, giving Bruiser Brody some time to secure a devastating crotch lift and body slam on Buddy Rogers. So now we got Bruiser Brody on offense here. And now Brody nails him with a pile driver. Rogers rolls a down 3, which means that he can either leave the ring trying to recollect himself, or he can deal with Bruiser Brody's level 3 offense. Let's see what happens here. Buddy Rogers has a B ring rating, so he is equally likely to get beat up out of the ring as he is to do something positive. And Brody is always going to win those brawls out of the ring. So Rogers is going to stay down. He's not going to roll out of the ring. And that was a mistake, as Brody nails the King Kong knee drop on Buddy Rogers and gets the 1, 2, 3 and advances in the tournament. In a 2-star match that went on for 17 minutes and 12 seconds and saw Rogers accumulate 3 fatigue tokens. All right, and we are on to our final first round matchup. This is going to be Curt Hennig against Ricky Dozan. I am going to use his official card and not the bootleg that Lanky made. That is a decent looking bootleg, though. And now we've got Curt Hennig. So I have control of Ricky Dozan. I believe it was Lanky who had control of Hennig in this particular match. So we will go from there. And Ricky Dozan and Curt Hennig lock up. It looks like Curt Hennig has the upper hand. So Ricky Dozan counters Curt Hennig's attempt at a chop to the chest. Ricky Dozan attempts overhead chops on Curt Hennig. And he nails him, and Hennig is down. Would Hennig like to leave the ring? He has got a B ring rating, which is middle of the road. So basically equal as to advantageous to disadvantageous rolls on the chart. So Hennig going to stay in the ring. Hennig is down. Ricky Dozan attempts a Boston Crab on Curt Hennig. Hennig is hurt. So Ricky Dozan lets go of the crab and stomps on Hennig. And Hennig is still hurting. Another stomp, and Hennig is dazed. We've got a single leg takedown on Curt Hennig. And Hennig is down hurt again. And Ricky Dozan a headbutt on Hennig, which hurts him. Ricky Dozan attempting the scoop slam on Curt Hennig, and Hennig is down. So Ricky Dozan really killing on him here. Ricky Dozan attempts a pile driver on Curt Hennig, and Hennig, another choice to leave the ring or just be down here. Hennig could roll out and try to recollect himself. It might be a good idea at this point because Ricky Dozan has been on the attack here. All right, we got Hennig leaving the ring. So Curt Hennig rolls out of the ring to recollect himself and gets a little bit of a breather, but he's just got to get back in the ring, and he's still not 100%. Ricky Dozan able to take control here. We have got a choice situation. Ricky Dozan could hit a flying elbow drop, which will work on rolls of 5 or lower. He could attempt a death jump, or he could try his luck with a forearm hammer. What is Hennig's death jump rating? An A. So definitely not that. I'm going to hit the forearm hammer. And Hennig is hurt. So here we go. We got another choice. We could see Ricky Dozan attempt a moonsault, and that's going to work on rolls of 4 or less. A kick to the knee, which will work on rolls of 7 or less. Or a flying head scissors. I think I'm going to attempt the kick to the knee. Hennig counters the kick to the knee, so Hennig finally gets in some offense. Hennig attempting a rolling neck snap on Ricky Dozan, and Dozan is down. And Hennig hits the Hennigplex out of nowhere. It's not an RKO, but it'll do. Only gets a 2 count, though, and Ricky Dozan is able to kick out. And now Hennig has a choice situation here. He could attempt a leg drop, which is going to work on rolls of 6 or lower, a running lariat, which will work on rolls of 6 or lower, or a figure 4 leg lock, which is a level 3 offensive maneuver. Figure 4. All right, here we go. Hennig attempts the figure 4 leg lock, But Ricky Dozan reverses the move and takes control of the match. Ricky Dozan attempts a scoop slam on Curt Hennig. So here we go. Hennig is down. Hennig could try to leave the ring, or he could stay in the ring and deal with Ricky Dozan's level 3 offense. It is your choice, Lanky. Yeah, Blonde Fighter's really not doing so well here, huh? I guess, what was it? Bockwinkel is gone. Rogers is gone. Hennig has mostly been getting slaughtered in this match. Alright, Hennig is going to leave the ring. Curt Hennig rolls out of the ring to recollect himself. Ricky Dozan comes out of the ring to continue the attack on Curt Hennig, and a wild brawl erupts. Eventually, Ricky Dozan gets the upper hand. Do these guys have even ring ratings? B and B, they do. So, he's able to get the upper hand and throw Hennig back into the ring. Ricky Dozan attempts the hip lock on Curt Hennig, who is down and covered, and that is a 1 count before he kicks out. And Ricky Dozan gonna attempt a Boston Crab. Again, he lets up the Boston Crab just enough. Hennig could crawl out of the ring, or he could stay in and deal with Ricky Dozan's level 3 offense. It is your choice. Hennig should have, probably should have had some Bobby Heenan in his corner here. He might be doing better. It didn't help Bockwinkel, though. So who knows? We're going to leave the ring again. Hennig rolls out of the ring to recollect himself, but again, in order to meet the referee's count, he just crawls helplessly back into the ring. He could not get his senses about him in the 10 count, and Ricky Dozan nails him with a pile driver. And Hennig rolls his pin and is unsuccessful in kicking out. So Ricky Dozan, -1 star match, 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Ricky Dozan beats up Curt Hennig. Alright, so we're on to our second round matches. We have Harley Race versus Mil Mascaras and Bruiser Brody versus Ricky Dozan. So let's pull Race and Mascaras. There we go. We've got Race and Mascaras. This is View and Lanky going at it. View controlling Harley Race. Lanky making choices for Mil Mascaras. Here we are. We're going to start the match. Harley Race and Mil Mascaras lock up. It looks like Harley Race has the upper hand. Oop, I clicked the card instead of the roll button. And Harley Race attempts a knee to the gut on Mil Mascaras. Mascaras reverses the move and takes control of the match. So Mascaras attempting a monkey flip on Harley Race. And Race reverses the move and takes control of the match. And Race attempting a headbutt on Mascaras. And Mascaras finally going down. He's hurting. He couldn't counter that. And we are seeing Harley Race with a choice situation, an Irish whip, a belly-to-belly suplex, or a forearm slug. The belly-to-belly will work on rolls of 7 or lower. The Irish whip to the ropes is just a regular Irish whip. And the forearm slug is a level 2 offensive move. So let's see what Harley Race wants to do here. He is going to attempt that belly-to-belly Mil Mascaras is able to counter the belly-to-belly and take control of the match. Now Mil Mascaras has a choice. He can either do a kick to the face, a Cobra Clutch suplex, or an Indian Deathlock. The kick to the face is going to work on a roll of 9 or lower. The Cobra Clutch suplex is going to work on a roll of 7 or lower, and the Indian Deathlock is a level 2 offensive maneuver. So what will Mascaras choose to attempt on Harley Race here? We've got the suplex, the Cobra Clutch suplex, and Mil Mascaras executes a Cobra Clutch suplex on Harley Race, and Race is hurt after eating that Cobra Clutch suplex. Hopefully it's better than the one that Johnny Ace does, because that thing just looks like shit. And Mascaras, another choice situation. We got a standing drop kick that is going to work on rolls of 8 or lower, a throw into the turnbuckle, or a vertical suplex, which is a level 2 offensive maneuver. So we could see another suplex, or Suplex City, as Lanky put it in the last match, or a drop kick, or a throw to the turnbuckle. Let's see what happens. And Mascaras is going to attempt to dropkick Harley Race. And Race reverses the move, takes control of the match. So Mil Mascaras then counters Harley Race's attempt at an elbow drop. So Race tried to drop the elbow after Mascaras missed the dropkick and just could not do it. And now Mil Mascaras slingshot plancha. Race is hurt. And now an octopus hold on Harley Race, who is hurting from that. And we've got another choice situation for Mil Mascaras. Standing dropkick, whip to turnbuckle, vertical suplex. So the same one as last time. We could see another dropkick. He could be thrown into the turnbuckle, or Race could see himself vertical suplexed by Mil Mascaras. Turnbuckle. Alright, so we're going to whip him into the turnbuckle. Mil Mascaras whips Harley Race into the turnbuckle. Race stumbles out of the corner just as Mil Mascaras is rushing in. Both wrestlers' heads collide. Both wrestlers are down, and Abe Coleman begins to count them out. Mascaras is finally able to get up after Abe Coleman's 8 count. And Mascaras, he has a choice of a high-risk move or rolling up to roll on level 2 offense. So we could either see a death jump against Harley Race's B rating, or a level 2 offensive move. Lots of choices for Lanky all in a row lately. Alright, we're going to go for the high-risk move. Mascaras is headed to the top rope. Mascaras comes flying off the top rope and blasts Harley Race with a flying dropkick. Race is in trouble. And then Mascaras once again flying body press. Only a 1 count, though. And then another flying body press. Wow, Mascaras back-to-back flying body press is finally able to put Race out of his misery here with a 1, 2, 3. A negative 2-star match. Race has a 1 fatigue token, and that match took 4 minutes and 34 seconds to complete. And we are going to see Mil Mascaras in the finals against either Bruiser Brody or Ricky Dozan. So let's go here. We've got Ricky Dozan and Brody. And I guess View is rolling, or is choosing for Brody, since Lanky did Hennig in the last match. against me. So it will be me against View, technically. Ricky Dozan versus Bruiser Brody. Let's get this underway. Ricky Dozan and Bruiser Brody lock up. It looks like Ricky Dozan has the upper hand to start us out. Brody counters Ricky Dozan's attempt at an arm twister, though. And now Brody could attempt an Irish whip into the turnbuckle or roll up on level 1 offense. Ricky Dozan has an A turnbuckle rating, so he is likely to get the upper hand in turnbuckle situations. We're going to roll up. Brody attempts a Bruiser backbreaker on Ricky Dozan, and Ricky Dozan is hurt. And now Bruiser Brody could attempt a moonsault, a kick to the knee, or a drop kick. The moonsault is going to work on rolls of 6 or lower. The kick to the knee is going to work on rolls of 6 or lower. And the drop kick is a normal level 2 offensive move for Brody. My phone is alerting me to something. YouTube wants to send me a notification. Okay. So we are going to attempt the drop kick on Ricky Dozan. Bruiser Brody attempts that drop kick. Ricky Dozan is hurt. And now Brody with a one-handed body slam, hurting Ricky Dozan. Twisting vertical suplex, and Dozan is hurt again. Brody with a stomp in the corner. But Ricky Dozan is able to reverse the move and take control of the match. Ricky Dozan attempts an overhead chop on Bruiser Brody, and Brody is hurt. Ricky Dozan could attempt an Irish whip. Brody has a B ropes rating. I think I'm going to do that. Ricky Dozan whips Brody into the ropes. Ricky Dozan attempts a sunset flip, but Brody grabs his leg and rolls him into a pinning situation. And Ricky Dozan able to kick out at 1, but it does put Brody in control of the match. Bruiser Brody attempts a big boot to the face on Ricky Dozan, and Dozan is hurt. Brody attempts a stomp in the corner on Ricky Dozan, but Dozan reverses and takes control of the match. Ricky Dozan attempts a scoop slam on Bruiser Brody. Brody is hurt. He did not like being picked up and slammed down. Dozan attempts a headbutt on Brody, but Brody reverses that headbutt and takes control. And Brody could attempt an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Again, Ricky Dozan does have an A rating in turnbuckle stuff, or he could roll up and roll on level 1 offense. So let's see what Bruiser Brody chooses to do. We're going to do the Irish whip. Brody whips Ricky Dozan into the turnbuckle. Ricky Dozan bounces forward off the turnbuckle and catches Bruiser Brody charging into the buckle with a skull-splitting running lariat. Bruiser Brody goes down hard. And Ricky Dozan attempting a pin on Bruiser Brody. A roll of 3 is required to kick out, and Brody rolled a 12. So kick out with authority there. By Bruiser Brody, but he's still at the mercy of Ricky Dozan, and he's attempting a Boston Crab, and Brody is hurt. And now he's got a headbutt on Bruiser Brody, and Brody reverses the move again, taking control of the match. How many reversals does this guy have? Wow, he's got quite a few. I guess I should have asked this before. Does anybody care which side of the card is displayed? I can have it display the back if you'd like. So Bruiser Brody in control of the match now. And now Bruiser Brody gets another whip to the turnbuckle choice. He can either whip him in and hope for the best, or he can roll up on level 1 offense. Yeah, Brody is rough. I was kind of bummed that somebody chose him just because I really don't see Bruiser Brody as a world champion at all in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to be kind of bummed if he wins. All right, high risk. Throw him in. All right, so we're going to whip Ricky Dozan into the buckle. Ricky Dozan is crushed with a big kick from Bruiser Brody into the turnbuckle. And we've got Brody rolling a choice situation. He could attempt a moonsault that's going to work on 6 or lower, a kick to the knee that's going to work on 6 or lower, or a drop kick. Brody did not do so well with the moonsault in his last match, but who knows? Brody going for that moonsault again. Ricky Dozan is able to roll out of the way of the moonsault. Brody crashes to the mat, as one would expect him to do. And now Ricky Dozan attempts the headbutt and dazes Bruiser Brody. And a slap to the chest on Bruiser Brody. And Brody is down. That slap to the chest really put Brody down. And now Ricky Dozan with the thunderous chops on Bruiser Brody. 1, 2, 3. Brody just could not kick out. Those thunderous chops are a real nasty finisher, actually. Roll of 6 required. Brody just barely didn't make it. He rolled a 5. So that is going to end the dud of a match that went 6 minutes and 53 seconds. And saw... It's fucking phone, man. Saw both competitors earn 1 fatigue token. So we've got a truly world finish here. No Americans involved. It's Mil Mascaras versus Ricky Dozan for the world title. That's going to be Lanky versus me. Just so everybody can see those thunderous chops. I think they're like... I'm pretty sure they're actually like a... Oh, they're only a 2. I thought they were a 3 or a 4. But, yeah, Ricky Dozan definitely whipped up on... Yeah, that moonsault may have been a mistake. And we got Mascaras now. Alright, so Mil Mascaras and Bruiser... Or not Bruiser Brody. Mil Mascaras and Ricky Dozan... going in it, I can't talk now. Alright, so Ricky Dozan and Mil Mascaras are in the finals for the World Heavyweight title. The winner will not be eligible to be drafted. So if you had one of these guys in mind, hope that the other one wins. Because if they win, they will not be eligible to be on your roster. They will be a touring champion. We also haven't really discussed what we want to call the overall organization. If it's up to me, we just go with something simple like Legends Wrestling Alliance. But I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys can give me suggestions and fight amongst yourselves for which one you like best. But here we go for the World Heavyweight title. Ricky Dozan and Mil Mascaras. Ricky Dozan and Mil Mascaras lock up. It looks like Mil Mascaras has the upper hand. Mil Mascaras attempts a hip lock takeover on Ricky Dozan, who is hurt. And then a slingshot plancha follows it up, also hurting Ricky Dozan. Rolling head scissors, and Ricky Dozan hurt again. And Mascaras locks on an octopus hold. And Dozan falling down after Mascaras releases the octopus hold. He's gonna roll out of the ring. So Ricky Dozan rolls out to recollect himself. Mascaras crushes Ricky Dozan with a spectacular pile driver outside the ring. Ricky Dozan manages to make it back in the ring before Abe Coleman counted him out. But man, is Mil Mascaras on top of this match. Mascaras attempts a standing dropkick on Ricky Dozan, and Dozan is hurt. Mascaras with another octopus hold, hurting Ricky Dozan. And here we go. We got another octopus hold, and Ricky Dozan is down. So now we're going to see... Holy crap! Mil Mascaras with the flying body press on Ricky Dozan. 1, 2, 3. Roll of snake eyes on a pin that should have been super easy to kick out of. I needed to roll a 3 or better to kick out, and I rolled snake eyes. So that is going to do it. -4 stars for that final. It went on for 3 minutes 25 seconds. No one accumulated a single fatigue token. And Mil Mascaras is the World Heavyweight Champion. He will be touring around all of our feds. I may do something like this for title matches, where the person whose fed he's in makes choices, based on what's going on. But yeah, so Mil Mascaras is our champ. That means that Ricky Dozan is eligible for drafting, but Mil Mascaras is not. And we will go from there. I don't know when the draft will be. I think I want to give it a couple of, maybe a week, maybe after Thanksgiving. Give people some time to get the sets that they ordered. I know some people ordered extra sets. So we'll give it some time to get in. We're in no rush, or at least I'm not. If y'all are in a rush, let me know. But I don't think anybody really is, so... But yeah, that'll give people some time to get their sets in and kind of figure out who they might want to draft. Remember that bootlegs are eligible for drafting. The only requirement that I'm going to make on bootlegs is when you draft them, post the card up in... I'll start a thread in the Phil Singer Games channel. The draft will have its own thread where all we do is post our picks and the cards. So if you draft a bootleg, you need to post the card, which means that you need to have found a card for that bootleg. Otherwise, pretty much everybody is fair game outside of Mil Mascaras. And yeah, so I am going to go ahead and shut down the stream. I will be back on the Discord if y'all want to talk about what happened or have any questions or anything like that. All right, I had a good time. This was actually pretty fun. So maybe we'll do this again. All right, we'll see you later.